Well, let me start with this. Somebody asked a question, but let me start with this. I just picked up a lady, but this was something that I don't know if this has ever happened. See, if I ever do this or do this, I don't think anybody's gonna catch me. So I don't know if this has ever happened, but I was at a doctor's place waiting for I was at a doctor location waiting to pick up the passenger. And somebody behind me was very fuck you, derogatory, insulting in their brain. And somebody else was just laughing that I'm just such a joke in their brain. So, of course, answer I deserve to give. But like I didn't expect nobody to know, but it makes me feel better. Well, I think they saw me because they wanted me to do it again. And I was like, well, I have to prove I'm a real God in case they want to have fear, God, and wisdom and not really provoke my powers or be overly horrifying against my existence like that right when I'm around or right in my near space. So I did it again so they knew I was real. And one of them was the person that got in the car for the ride, and I thought, oh goodness, well, that's awkward. But see, like I said, I'm not a dumb animal. That has nothing to do with the job I'm in. The lady was outside of the vehicle. I did not know that she was the passenger. I did not know she knew I put my middle finger up either. But I had a right to defend myself against her aggressive, abusive, degrading, inappropriate behavior. But in the car, I'm just a Lyft driver. I just have a right to represent the company by being happy and trying to make the best situation for the passenger, or just being quiet and basically polite for the passenger. So I just noticed she was dressed really beautiful. It's a nice warm day, so I just pointed out that she looked spectacularly beautiful. And she had an amazing hat that made you think of gospel people that love to sing gospel music. Kind of like a perfect dream Georgia gospel church type of like look. It was a pretty look. And then she ended up pretty fun, pretty nice, talking about different churchy stuff and she even likes country music. I pictured that. She dressed pretty fun, pretty exciting, like her life's pretty. She's a pretty fun, enjoyable individual. And I decided, you don't take your personal issues into a Lyft ride or drive or job. And you don't take the work of God into this car. The only thing you can do is address that they don't have a right to be abusive in the car, but that's about it. And vice versa. I don't have a right to do anything. But like I said, I never start anything. These people just won't stop doing things against me. I don't start or do anything. But so the lady, felt kind of bad. Because what if I am God, dead on earth to finish what Jesus started, to end this end of the world? And something in the Bible did say that, and she didn't try to even care about what's real, and she started to feel bad. And hopefully she follows that journey, maybe through my queen, with Jesus and God, literally. It might be good for her soul, if nothing else. But I just had to put that on a video. That was a different situation. I've never known anybody to be abusive towards me, have me just do this to feel better, and then have them reconfirm it, which I'd have to reconfirm it just to prove I'm real, in case they want to be respectful and appropriate around God next time or in the future, and not make it worse or rack up totals, and then have them get in the car. But once again, see, I'm not a dumb animal. I ain't some loser idiot. This is a job. My job is to make the passenger know that they're everything. Their happiness is everything. Or just be basically quiet. A lot of people just don't want to be bothered and just want their damn ride to where they're going. And be basically, polite and quiet and just get them to their destination. And you try to read people. Sometimes you do right, sometimes you don't. But, see, life goes how it goes. But hopefully you can keep lecturing and people maybe will listen. It's the best you could do, I guess, in life. But, okay, so you're a famous person, and you're guessing whether you have figured out which one is me. Which house is the Frank Sinatra house is mine. And you see a house where nobody's ever in it, and you wondered if they were famous people. So you're talking about a house, and you're like, and I wondered if they were famous people because the house is always empty. So when they were in the house, I made sure to say hi, kind of get to know them when they were walking around. And you think those people might be me and my husband disguised because we're weirdly suspicious and pop in and out and don't seem to measure into human predictability. And in your brain, what that means to you is the fact that, okay, so you saw those two people out and about in front of the house, and you said hi and made sure you got to say hi and introduce yourself. But they are suspiciously never around, and you realized they're not famous. So once you said hi or whatever, you realized they don't seem like any famous people you've ever met. So that was suspicious right there, because who else is always away from the house that much? And you noticed it because you're really famous and important, but you were home for a big chunk of time because you had gotten sick or something. And you had noticed that house was weirdly empty, where usually only the really famous people's houses are abnormally way too empty all the time. Unless they're like snowbirds or whatever. Then that stuff's predictable. So you notice that the house is always empty and weird. And so you wanted to meet them, so you met the couple. And then what you really did notice was that the couple always drives out, but doesn't always come home, but then seems to be home. I'm going to have to work on that. Just like my men in black forget to blink. Well, dang it. I hadn't thought it'd be that easy to catch me. Okay, I'm not blending in at all like I thought. Boy, and you're good. You are good. And I am, I'm so alien. I didn't even think of that one. And you also noticed that when I go in and out of the house, sometimes it's like I can teleport or fly, and none of it added up. And here I thought you'd have to follow hard clues to prove I was an alien. I forgot that as gods, even in the omnipresence of God, we get lazy and we want to zip and zap around with our powers and not walk the whole staircase or walk from the back of the house to the front of the house. We want to zip around. And she had busted me at that, and she had busted me at leaving with the car and then using my powers to put the car into the house and disappearing because I had an emergency and had to leave Earth and do something. Okay, well, this is probably going to be easier for people to catch me than I thought. I thought it'd be something hard and difficult, like because you forgot to blink, or because you made your eyes a little too alien. They didn't even look human, but no, that's stupid obvious stuff, and I just thought I was doing good blending in. And you're right, that's me and my husband. So you are a very famous lady, and you're probably probably going to tell everybody. So congratulations. Ding, 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 ding. I don't need to tell everybody. You have figured out which one is me and my husband. And we are in, so if you drive into the community all the way up into the back and into the corner, we're one of the biggest overwhelming houses over in a like catty corner. And she figured it out. And yeah, so I'm going to just start walking around being a blatant god. And I'm sure she'll make sure everybody knows. But way to go. I mean, I guess I should have tried to make it harder to figure out. But wow, like that's still observant. A lot of people would watch you drive out and think you just came home at a different day, a different hour. That's pretty damn observant. And even though you zip and zap around the house, like teleporting and stuff, I didn't make it like explode or get shiny or obvious. I tried to just disappear around the corner and then show up around a different corner. And I tried to 1 second, 2 1 second, 3 1 second. So I disappear around one corner and I show up around the other corner, kind of similar to what if I had walked all the way around. And she still noticed. So way to go. That's some observant smart. You are an observant smart giant. Famous people. Famous people are chosen by gods for a reason. You're good at that, lady boy. You got skills. Which, probably aren't your only skills. So, well, congratulations. She figured it out. Let's see if they figure out the Point Loma house or other houses, and I'll let you guys know.